We're gonna make a stainless soccer ball on this episode of Lift Our Builds.
Sure are.
And more.
There's your cold open.
We are cutting the base for the soccer ball monument that we're making for a local high school. So we're using 3 different materials, 4 different really, but we're doing the curved legs out of 1/8 inch steel. And we'll do the bottom base out of 3/16, and the ball is gonna be stainless.
All right. Yep, there it is.
What do you say? It's nice to be that guy. It's his idea. We are making a large monument to commemorate the Glenver High School soccer team's state championship record from 2023. We got this job because a good friend of mine and former teacher of mine, Mr. Andy Clapper, approached us with the idea and the concept. Lovely guy. It's been great to reconnect with him. And it's going to be a sweet design.
Yeah.
And it's being heavily bolstered by Spike's CAD prowess and the technical precision of our Shop Saber CNC plasma cutter. It's practically going to put itself together.
Kind of is. Yeah, actually. It'll only take like 4 hours to make.
I would say that went as well as it's ever gone. We're done, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's already... Invoice, please.
For any of you sharp-eyed viewers out there, we have a brand new upgraded shield for our computer. Tired of your water, like there's spraying water on the back of your computer. We have a solution for you. And the drawer still opens, which was a very, very helpful thing.
What an enclosure.
I know.
can't think of a better use for that pre-finished fab. But it's straight.
The drawer tray, so.
As we know.
Yeah.
Has the shop.
Yeah, well, we kind of glanced over that.
We're glancing.
We're glancing. We're glancing and glazing.
And glossing.
Well, and flossing.
Those are with the G.
And glistening.
All right, what have you made here?
So I've cut out all of the legs. So it's going to be a circular base, and all these legs are going to come up and curve out. This, we're going to have a similar plate at the bottom, which is going to be 18 inches. And all of these legs are going to sit in a little slot.
Little tab and slot action there.
Yeah. And then this will be right about here-ish.
Yeah.
It'll hold them all together, so when boys are fabricating it, hopefully it'll hold itself together-ish, and it'll give them some sense of how it's going to be.
No, that's going to help a lot. It's like it's its own jig. You know what I mean? But they're all a little different, I guess, because of how they interact with the ball.
Right. So there's a circle. It's a circle, so it goes 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So that's how they'll. So I'm gonna set these out, let them dry. I'll put painter's tape on them, give you guys a diagram.
That way, if it's wrong.
I'm kind of concerned about the tab and slot because I made them a little tight because I didn't want them to rotate too much.
Tight's fine because we can just touch these on a grinder or something. Really, there's kind of no reality in which this doesn't save us time, because otherwise we would have to like use magnets and clamp and like, the fact that they all drop into a slot, that's gonna be sweet. Like, this thing could be done today, like the base part, you know?
So that's the goal. I just need to
Get it, goal?
Not money. Not this again. Oh no.
We bombarded Spike with terrible soccer puns for a long. Oh, look at that fitment, dude.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
I was a little worried about that because I did a little bit less than I have before.
Well, we're getting better.
Yeah. That's gonna fit real nice.
That is so good. That leaves like no room for deflection or anything.
Yeah. So I'm super excited.
You should be. High five the internet.
Why did you get to do it?
Well, here, you do it.
Sorry, Walker.
Another problem solved with CAD and a CNC plasma cutter. God, it feels good to be a millennial.
I know technology, and I use it to make cool stuff for people who pay money, and I'll happily draw you some things too if you contact us today. My name is Spike, and you can reach us at designteam@liftartstudios.com today.
That was incredible.
Yeah, do you want a jingle? You want a jingle for your... Do I bring them over to you?
Are you telling me that I can take a break from doing fence panels?
Yes.
Thank God.
No.
You hear that?
They're all separate.
Oh, this workspace is nice and clean. It's not messy.
I have an extra one if you want to.
It's not Lionel Messi.
Get them out now. I'm not gonna work in these conditions. Absolutely not. I want to go grab one more thing.
You go grab one more thing.
You know what? I'm sorry, Spike. We need to stand Man United.
God damn. If this were a Kill Bill film. All right.
Can I Ted Lasso you guys so we can pay attention? It's
Fired. All right, so what we have here are these are all going to be fingers. Now they are different because they're going to they're going to touch the ball exactly depending on which side it's on. So it's important to keep these separated, but the layout's very easy. So I'm not sure how you want the front to be. Like put these so that way you could kind of choose whether you want it like this to be the front or this to be the front because it might hide the bolts a little bit easier.
Sure, gotcha.
Actually, no, it can't be that. Never mind. This has to be the front.
I'm not sure I recognize the difference.
I do.
Okay.
Either this side or this side has to be the front. And so the the layout is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the way this is going to go together is that this tab is going to inform you where it stands or sits in there.
Spike.
The point of it should basically be to the outside.
Okay.
So it should be flush.
Got it.
And then this, I can get you an exact dimension if you want. But what this is going to do is sit in between all of them, hold them in place, and then it should be able to. It should be like right around here.
Do we have that exact dimension somewhere?
I'll get it for you.
Because what I would like to do is just build a quick support for it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
Theoretically, it lines up.
Yeah, this is great.
If you saw my AutoCAD drawing, it lines up. So that's how it goes together.
It lines up in cyberspace.
Correct.
I think I have my work cut out for me, and I'm excited.
Yeah, your work cut out for you.
Now we're just using words.
Well, it was cut out.
You better walk out of here. Your feet, Walker.
He's casting a wide net here.
Yes, sir.
But okay.
All right. Yeah. So,
Happy Monday!
Hey, you guys match. Shut up.
Oh, do go ahead. Yeah, go maroon.
I'm not shocked that this worked, but
A little bit of surprise.
it is nice to see it go together so well. Now that's coming together is going to be the issue.
Dude, that looks so good.
That looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
That looks so good. Good job, Spike.
Good job, Spike.
Good job, Tay. You designed this. But I cut it out.
Yeah, good job, Spike.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to build a stainless soccer ball. And in a fun moment of rewarding raccoonism, this This stainless, he's the best raccoon. When we remove that safe door, if you haven't seen us remove a safe door in a clumsy fashion, click that button. This is some paneling that Aaron squirreled away from the like door jamb of this safe. It is 16 gauge stainless, which is almost exactly what we were hoping to build this soccer ball out of. So good job, man.
Yeah.
Good save. We've got some 14 gauge mirror polish here, and then this is actually like the skin from the safe door itself, and that's like 1/8 inch, but I think this 16 gauge stuff is great. And does it have an A side, B side? How does it all look? All right, I'm gonna start cutting. K for cut.
I live in a hell. I used to love puns. This job is
This is not funny anymore. You guys are pun intentionally hurting my feelings.
You just follow me around.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say?
Yeah, well, we're just taking penalty shots at you.
First off, that is not entirely correct.
You had a drink.
You tell me.
Amen, brother.
Hex to hex, 138.
Oh, I see.
142. I'm chasing because the issue is just once I get one bend, to get the other, I have to open this up to get this to clamp down, that it pushes that. I'm cheating it back, but there's got to be a better way.
Here, this vice break.
I was kind of.
I keep most of there's some other magnetic jaws up there.
Because like if I can just fudge them and then check with that and then just open it back up or whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go the other way. See it up high. Yeah. Does that work? No, good. Okay. We have, what else do we have?
I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I think I can get it close enough and just kind of
That looks good.
But I just want to make sure there's not a more precise way. I mean, because there's like a slight little thing that's gonna come up on just the second bend every time I make it.
Yeah.
But as long as that is acceptable when it's all said and done, I mean, that's
Making
the
a
first
giant
one, so I'll
stainless
make it
soccer
better.
ball. Yeah.
So, all right.
And that now, just take a move this. So that is tough there.
Yeah, reached it.
It's nice. That tooth is just about the exact length.
Dead. Exactly.
And is there an order of operations solution here? Or either way, you're going to have this triple.
I've done it kind of both ways in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of enough. And
I might even do it.
I'm lining up, when I do that line, I'm lining that line up on that pivot.
Technically, this is wrong. That's offset to account for the thickness of the material.
So it's already considered.
Yeah, the way I do it is basically almost make that line disappear.
Now, let me back up further because I moved these teeth around a bit to get the room on either side and tighten this up. I just pushed against this and tightened it. There's no further, because it almost seemed like I could advance it a little bit.
You can, and I've played that game before. They always push back in, so it's best just to. This thing's made for 18 gauge, so we're pushing it a bit with 16 because that's where this gap.
Not even 16, but rather fucking hard as shit.
Also,
16.
yeah, rather. So if we bend this up, we have that same issue.
Yeah,
it's really like you start to fold.
And that's basically just kind of creeping back and forth.
To see if we don't bend that all the way up yet.
They preach to and everybody's equal. When I visit my dreams, saw peaches and so I abstain from the controversy. What a shame. Just hoping it don't hurt me too much. Hoping it like me, in spite of what.
No, it's video.
In the walking forest.
It's not too much, and sometimes I'm hoping it don't hurt me. It's not too much.
First half,
It was.
right? Like have it around the backside, completed, so it's like just a little bit of be a fucking microwave over a mass space.
Just like get like a polish and just have a little pair of hots out there.
Yeah, that's what you're taking shit. Wanna trick them into eating them.
Joe tells you you're soup now.
Actually, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for how big that tall is going to be on top of that. Like it's gonna be a real showpiece.
Yeah. So I'm guessing right now it's like not.
It's not.
Yeah.
No.
God, that looks cool though.
Yeah. Well, you can see the gaps here. You just tacked it together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I'm so excited. It's gonna be hard giving it away.
This is one of those where it's like, let's just cut to while we're at it.
I really want to cut a second one. Like if I could have this in my yard, like, 'cause I bet you could sit on it once it's like welded.
I mean, you can sit on anything.
It's, I don't want it anymore. That would be a cool fire pit.
It'd be a very cool fire pit, especially if you did it with propane burner and like ran it through it and just had a little eternal flame.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Every World Cup, you turn it on.
Yeah.
It will be on for 32 days.
You have to run. You have to run around the neighborhood with a torch.
A field day eternal flame. The biggest sculpture like that.
Dude,
That. I like that.
That's a video.
that's a video.
If,
Just a little propane burner. You could hardwire so you wouldn't have to, or you could hard plumb rather, a line on it so you wouldn't have to have like a rubber thing showing.
yeah. I like that.
Official lighting ceremony.
That'd be dope.
Let the building commence.
First out has to sacrifice
It's
its
beard.
Yeah.
Erupts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We light Wyatt's beard, and that's how the lighting gets.
Like this thing is sturdy as fuck.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, that's gonna have some weight to it. It's all
Yeah.
said and done, so it's man.
And it's gonna be bolted down completely.
And we're completely welding this to the ball to the stand, correct?
Yeah, so you're gonna weld the ball, and then when we get the plaque on there, and then it should sit like this in here.
You see it on the curve. I can't get over this too.
Yeah, that's such a cool table.
Yeah, like that's a great cocktail table.
It feels.
Howdy, Aaron. How do you feel about our lane dysfunction?
That's very Squidwardy.
Yeah.
You just wait. You can sit on it for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how.
Yeah, shoot style.
Wonder if it's gonna make any cool noises in the wind.
Well, I mean, that's once we figure out light, that's your next assignment is to figure out sound. So you can figure out how to position those things with cutouts and then
Look, man.
do some wind tunnel testing.
Yeah.
I actually took a class in college where it was about,
Aerodynamics and stuff.
yeah, with the sound, aerodynamics, sound ergonomics. That's pretty fascinating. It's actually like, like the perfect room is a square room.
Yeah.
So everything, all the waves bounce off evenly. But we had a professor who was like a master sound engineer. It's wild.
Master square room guy.
We had to like we had to do a whole calculation on our room on how to like calculate how the sound was going to bounce around. That was like a unit for like 2 weeks, and we never did it again.
Huh.
That assignment, everyone was just freaking out about how to calculate sound.
That's kind of the most interesting.
I have a couple of books that I think you would really like. It's only a couple of books I actually kept from architecture school, but one was all about passive heating and cooling strategies of housing, like how to like build it.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
I want that all to make sense to me. Like, I just want someone to explain that in the way that, like, the differential video explained.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's how I want to take it.
The reason I like this book is because it's half diagrams. The diagrams are really good.
I have a GED, so that speaks to me.
Yeah, dude, I'm very excited about this.
Yeah. Well,
I want to weld it.
Get out of my way.
So, yeah.
How did we not realize how big that thing was going to be?
see, but it already looks small to me.
Is there a label which one was one? I can figure it out.
I could probably still read it on here.
I'm pretty sure it's these two are.
It's this stuff.
Yeah.
It's 3.
All right. So yeah, the lightest ones.
Oh, and it's on the bottom too. I have to look it on the other side.
So it's gonna sit like that. Okay, pentagon points towards view one. Okay. Yeah, you can see how it's much better. So the plaque will be right here. Oh, that's gonna be like a perfect height. I was worried about it pointing upward just a little bit, but
No, you kind of need it to.
yeah, dude, I'm so excited about this. All right, I'll let you do your job.
Thank you.
I've won the World Cup. I am the Messi.
I am the Ronaldo.
One thing that I'd really like to try, this thing has crazy pulsing, like high frequency pulsing,
Yeah.
which makes butt welds like this a dream, apparently.
I have that on my Dynasty. I
Yeah,
don't use it a ton.
yeah. How are you doing here though?
Oh, we're getting it.
Getting there?
Yeah.
The second set of amps.
Yep.
Actually mean it this time, right?
Yeah, hold on. All right, you can turn around.
Whoa, dude! What? That is awesome. That's so good. It's a little tacky right now.
I need a gun.
Truly. I'll do it.
There's some fine tuning to be done on the fingers. I'm back to serious.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't you set me up?
There's some fine tuning to be done for sure, but like, man, it fits in there really great on the first try,
Like,
and it's just gonna get better from here.
so where are the ones are right here. This is one, I believe.
5,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
So just so you know, before you put it in place, this right here is the front.
Right.
So this one's going to be pivoted. But you see how this one panels back a little bit? Maybe turning it.
So clockwise.
That. One more. Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Look at that. Look at that.
I mean, it doesn't have to be that way.
It's not going to be hard to make these.
It doesn't have to be that way. I'm just saying, like, just so you know, this will be the front. So wherever you wanted the best parts.
Yeah.
So good, dude. Holy
Really happy.
smokes, man. Nice job.
A little tuning up there. That's going to just be rock solid.
I mean, I would call this a net positive. I think you really scored with this one.
All right, timeout.
There are no timeouts in soccer. I don't think.
There are.
There are like water timeouts now. Yeah, dude. This is awesome.
Every pun, just like crickets. Dead response. And you edited crickets on every.
I'm so excited for this.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks amazing. You.
Pleased with it.
Yeah, you rocked it. The jiggle's kind of hypnotizing.
I like it when they jiggle.
There you go.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good work, team.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Good job, Aaron.
Good job, Aaron.
I'm excited to see this thing.
Dude, when it's finished, like, just how the light hits. If I want to keep those panels as flat as possible, because it just really adds so much depth to it.
Dude, well done.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
If this is to disappear, don't come to my house. Oh, I guess those damn high school kids stole our state championship trophy. Yes, I can't believe the local kids did that. Gonna cut the platform. It's like, why does it say Spikes the Pets?
Yeah.
Just put it on. It was a late change order by the client. Welcome to Spike's house.
Yeah.
Board game trophy. Yeah, awesome, dude.
Spike's got a point to prove.
Jesus Christ! What?
I wish I had more time to set up a fake sculpture.
All right, well, there's the intro to the video.
You wanna know my everybody has like a thing that helps calm them down quickly. Screaming like that is mine. I fucking love screaming, dude.
I have a shop with no windows, 2 doors, and I go in there sometimes, and there have been moments where I'm just like guttural, and it is therapeutic. There's something animalistic about it.
Yeah,
it's real.
Like, I feel
it's real.
Great right now.
Yeah.
I was known in college for my spike scream because I would just do it randomly, and my wife, who I love very much, does not like it.
I do have one concern.
Yeah.
And it's this. What?
I have that slight concern as well.
I do think it's going to get better once we weld the ball to the arms.
I think everything's going to get better with it, but I think we will have some degree of racking in that.
I have an idea. It seems like the movement is because of this. So, right?
Man, that is going to be hilarious welding the ball to the stand, because it's going to have to be done upside down.
Next week on Lift Art Studios, the ball gets put in place and then we rust the base. Stay tuned for more Lift Art Studios. Like and subscribe.
Okay, so we skipped over this part in part 1, but how is it that you fabricate a metal soccer ball? Or in geometric terms, a truncated icosahedron? Thanks, Internet. Well, that's the second thing I Googled, was how to make a truncated icosahedron in Fusion 360, which is my chosen form of dumb 3D modeling software. And thankfully, I found a dude on YouTube called Christian Lahome. His video, Truncated Icosahedron, Fusion 360, Geometric Workflow, was rad. Turns out, basically, you can create a sketch that sort of bifurcates the ball and operates on a single plane that you can extrapolate 3D geometry from. And because Fusion 360 is parametric, meaning an origin sketch that you use to create 3D geometry, if altered, will then automatically alter the subsequent 3D geometry. You can change literally the dimension of one line in this sketch to change the entire size and scale of the finished product. It's a wild workflow, and it was hilariously simple once you just draw some triangles and squares, basically. Truncating something means to cut it off. So basically the icosahedron would be the shape resulted if these pentagons were not cut off. If all of these were able to come to a point, that is the icosahedron, and truncating it is cutting off all those vertices, which is how we got here.
The more you know.
You know?
That's cool.
So I learned that, and now you know that. Yeah. And I'm sure everyone in this office is tired of me saying truncated icosahedron, but damn it, it's cool, and I'm gonna keep saying it. This was version 1. This one Aaron and I made as a proof of concept. What we did was I looked up a flat pattern for a truncated icosahedron. And by the way, this describes the perfect way to search for things on the internet. The first thing you need to learn how to do is to figure out what you're searching for. Once you find the specific terms or whatever you're searching, once you define what it is you're looking for specifically enough, then finding it becomes way easier. So once I had the name of the shape, well, that was the key that unlocked the entire process. So I looked for the flat pattern, the unfolded version of a truncated icosahedron, which we found here. So they become manageable pieces at that point. And then we moved into taking those pieces, once created, went to the box and pan metal brake and folded them up to, but anyway, for those that are interested in that, that's how we did it. That's how we got here. And then we just took this and scaled it up. And obviously finished it to a higher degree of finish. This is not stainless. This was just some cold rolled, and you can tell it's not stainless because of the way it is.
Yeah. And guess what? You're about to watch Aaron do the finishing work right now.
What he said. Back to the shop.
Yep.
Bad statue. Bad. God, I love this finish. So that's essentially what it's gonna look like when we clear it too. Yeah. A little darker.
So are we legally allowed to tell what we're washing down the drain?
No. We don't even really know. It's really just vinegar.
Salt.
Yeah. We're trying
Nothing that a restaurant isn't dumping in.
Oh, it smells like vinegar, yeah.
Yeah. So the rust promoter was a mixture of vinegar, salt, and hydrogen peroxide, all, over the counter available. I don't think you can eat hydrogen peroxide, but you can eat the other two.
Hydrogen peroxide is great if your dog eats something that will make them sick.
Makes them puke quick.
Yeah, it'll make them laugh it up.
Dang, that looks great.
So at this point, we've given it a decent head start, and it looks like new rust. It's brighter than something that's been rusting for a while. So at least it looks okay to start, and as it ages, I mean, I guess it won't if we clear coat it.
It'll be like this.
Kind of tempted to just leave it. Let's see what happens when it dries. I love how this looks.
That is clearly where all the mill scale is fully off. But also the way that it did dry with that kind of pooling down there, that's going to continue to happen regardless, just because that's a flat surface that's going on, and all that corrosion will work its way down.
Right.
This thing looks amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Once it's on there, I'm going to do just a little bit further, but it's pretty much, it's like 98% where it's gone. That's too big.
Way too big.
Dude, it feels
Still
almost that.
The smallest is the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so we have a refreshed plasma table, and the first thing I'm going to cut is these plaques for our soccer ball monument project. It's essentially going to be floating over this hexagon here, and stood off about an inch, and the plaque itself is going to be an enlarged version of that hexagon. So what I have mapped out is 2 different size plaques. Both of them are smaller than that, but they have the same pattern of bolt holes that we will transfer into the ball. So no matter which plaque we go with, they'll be able to bolt into the same holes. So I'm going to cut out a test piece right now out of this 16 gauge stainless, just to make sure that I've got the size of the hexagon right and that the bolt holes are going to work in the ball. And if they do, then I'll cut out these 2 different size plaques. We'll clean them up. We'll set the ball on the stand, and we'll figure out which size plaque we like. And then we'll go about cleaning that up and bringing this project to the finish line, because it is almost done. But let's cut some plaques. Well, it's clear I haven't done this in a while because I messed some things up. The main thing, though, was I was trying to adjust the air compressor and adjusted it the wrong way, so the air pressure was too low, which caused the cut to stop. And sometimes when the cut stops midway, it's hard to restart that cut because there's no metal. Okay, so hi, me again. If you haven't seen the video where I found out some significant problems with our air system, it's right there. That happened in the middle of this project, and as a result, I had to throw away several iterations of this plaque, the main plaque up top, and then I ran out of a certain thickness of material. We figured it out. Point is, the rest, everything after we fixed the air system was way better, cutting way better. It turns out a highly precise piece of equipment such as this machine requires, well, what it asks for, dry air. So go watch the video. If you're having air moisture problems, there might be a nugget of information in there for you. Otherwise, that's something else you know now. Back to the project. So this is before I fixed the air system just now, after. Kind of remarkable. There's like barely any dross on this thing. pretty good.
God damn, that's good. Look at that thing. That contrast is great.
That's cool. And it's all natural shades of metal. Dude, with the stand, I think you go bigger.
We could see them.
Well, this is my only piece of brass, so let's see if this works. Looks pretty good. Go behind this. That looks good. Cool. And the holes line up. That's going to be awesome. Okay. Now I know what to do. I'm going to clean this brass up a little bit. Lovely.
Kind of beautiful.
It is.
Like if it didn't have a plaque on it, I would say leave it.
I'm worried that plaque's gonna be a sale.
Yeah.
You know, especially a little larger one. It really like does some bar.
Well, and you know how kids are. If they would go up and try to spin it as much as possible.
Right.
But surely this, just tell me from an engineering standpoint, this should eliminate this.
I don't know about eliminate, but
Greatly reduce, right? All right, so we have a bottom. We have orientation to consider on this because there's a lot of flat surfaces that all have to kind of work together. I say flat in quotations because we did get some concaveness in here just from the heat process.
So if these are ones, that means the point of the bottom pentagon is facing this way. Ooh, let's try. Just like that?
Wow. Oh, God.
Okay, I got it.
That's how they do the Olympic torch, right?
Yeah, so we're really just looking at manufacturing inconsistencies at this point. Is that right?
Yes, because this will be where the plastic.
Ah, I see. All right, so we've got a 1/4 inch gap here. So if, and I know there's a chance this is rather futile, but if this is to be considered, that is, the top plane is now level. So what did that do?
I made this bottom one, that's pretty close to level.
I made it better.
You got a weird gap here. This one's pretty big. You got a small gap here. So is connecting the ball to the base with a gap difficult?
Well, not difficult, but it would just be to fill the gap in some way.
Okay, which is fine. I don't mind. All of these are doable. That's the biggest one, but even still, that's 2 passes of weld and then the gap.
That's better than it was originally, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I think this is our biggest.
Yeah, that one's pretty big.
It's like a 3/8.
And I would prefer that aesthetically shouldn't be at the front.
But
It depends on how we fix it.
yeah, well,
Okay.
are we sure it doesn't make sense to just take material off of these two? Basically off everyone that's touching right now.
Well, actually, that's not a terrible idea.
You know what I mean?
So just drop them 1/4.
Right.
I had a similar thought of if you take, a scribe tool and just run it along the ball, and so that way it scribes it.
1/4 inch off. Yeah, whatever matches the biggest gap. And the good part about subtractive versus additive is that we don't have to refinish.
Right.
What could possibly go wrong? So this is our front and center. So really, my first thought is to get this thing level because this is how we built it in the first place. I'm going to give you these shims. Start with one shim on that side. You need to shim it under the bottom plate. Under the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to get the. Yeah, it's going to shim the top.
Just shim the level until it's level.
Yeah. That's pretty close. All right, this is.
I bought this off Amazon.
Yeah, link in the description.
It's right there.
So this is the plate I've made that has the hull pattern I need to transfer. And so all we need to do.
Don't you wish it were magnetic?
Sure do. This one area where I don't like stainless. I'm just gonna eyeball top, bottom, left, and right. Because with all the grinding that occurred, it's not really a one-to-one anymore.
Ready to strike. Strike!
You got it? Yep. Do not move it. Be very gentle. Alright, so now I'm gonna drill tiny holes.
This is the part that makes me nervous.
I really hope I marked those right.
This is a spring punch.
Oh.
You can get this at our Amazon store.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
God.
boy, did I hate that. Well,
There's a spring-loaded hammer inside.
I don't want it on Amazon anymore.
cool.
And it allows you to punch without a hammer.
That's awesome.
You know,
And that's going to keep my drill bit from
Yeah, that's cool. Can you use that for wood?
You can, yeah.
Or they just punch through it?
No, you can use it for wood.
depending how hard the wood is, you can just push a screwdriver into it.
Whoa.
That looks good.
With the power of teamwork.
Yeah. Nice.
That deserves a big thumb.
Almost like a soccer team.
I will attack you.
Like a...
Let Tay and I be on your starting 11.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, hey.
What do you think that is?
Looks like a threader.
Also known as a tap.
Well, if I had the letters of Wheel of Fortune, I would have guessed that.
It's the only bit I have of this size, but it's extremely dull.
Up just a touch. Down just a touch, right there. I'd love to know how my eye does perpendicular-wise.
Yeah, right. We have our screws, we have our standoffs. Okay, Spiker, you ready? Yeah.
What do I do?
I'm gonna have you control those standoffs. Don't touch either of those plaques, but grab the standoffs and the bolts.
That brass looks really nice with the stainless. Because it's actually pretty close in color. It's just such a nice sheen to it, you know? Like, I can't wait to see this in the sun. In all its glory.
All right, so slip one on each. There she goes. It's going.
There she goes. Yeah, I don't think the plaque is too big.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Great.
Yeah, dude. That looks so good.
There she is in all her glory. Holy.
Good job, Aaron.
Yeah.
I'll edit it.
Aaron really killed it on the fab. The finish work took a lot of time.
Yeah.
We did not make any money on this. But it looks really good.
So like and subscribe, please.
It's in there, Walker. We put the metal in the, thing. It's in there. It's right there. Spike's doing it, doing the other thing.
Don't tell Walker.
How would he ever know?
Who's gonna edit this video?
Oh, some chump.
I hope it's not Walker. So we're gonna find out.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, it's time to bend some stainless. Are you guys ready? You ready to bend some stainless? All right. So here we have our plaque that's been laser engraved. You can see that. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't show you that. Those are kids' names. But I need to bend this 1/8 inch stainless into a plaque shape. So I need to make a 90-degree bend here, and I'll make another bend up here for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and bend this 90 and make sure it works. I'll be using our Swag Off-Road finger brake that's mounted over here in our old Limpco hydraulic press that leaks a lot. But this thing is the only thing in the shop that has the power to bend 1/8 inch stainless in one shot. Let's give it a try. So I was actually able to bend it a little past 90. I was shooting for 90, but that's okay. So that would work there. And then we just bend it halfway up, bend it back a little bit. So now I'll mark out for that. So 7.5 is my number. And I'll just bend it a little bit, crank that piece back. Let's see how we ended up.
That's lovely.
Thanks, Creality. Well.
Hey, right on. That looks great. No, I'm keep me out of this. Get me, get. I need my stick. All right, put it down there. I don't want to be seen.
So it doesn't stand on its own, obviously, but. So this one actually bent a little past 90. I was underbent and then I overbent it, but I don't think it's really a problem.
No.
I mean, it looks perfect from here.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
I don't know what angle that is, but
Switch me.
Oh, it almost stands up on its own.
That's great.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Cool. And it's like subtle.
Yeah.
And we really hope that they spell checked everything.
No kidding.
You gave them several chances to.
I gave them many chances.
More
to spell
chances
check
than
all
most,
the names
yeah.
that you can't see right now, right, Walker?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
I know. I started her filming earlier, and then I was like, "Look, you can see that the great." Oh, you won't be able to see any of
Well,
this.
they could check out the. I don't feel bad about showing the principal.
There you go.
Yeah, who lives at.
All right. Well, the sculpture's done. Good job, everybody, and thanks for watching. Well, we're not done yet. We're gonna go install it now.
Yeah.
We'll see you on site.
Yeah, this is the end of part 2.
End of part 2. Oh, great. Well, that concludes part 2. In part 3, you'll see us deliver it, install it, bolt it down, and then high-five each other. It'll be like this, just better and at a different location.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Morning.
You finally going home?
Finally.
How long would you guesstimate we've had this in our office?
A month. At least a month. Maybe almost 2. Going to Glenver High School to install the sculpture here.
I'm gonna miss it.
And not Spike's backyard, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna change the address
In my GPS.
in Google, yeah. There's no way they figured it out before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
Well, it'll feel good to have that one in the books.
Sure will.
Yeah.
I gotta make a stop beforehand and stay awake for it. We'll see you there.
Oh, God.
The lift art crew is in shambles. Hi, we're on a school campus.
Yep.
Why, you ask? To install a sculpture.
Yeah.
He's kind of dressed like a baseball coach.
Well, yeah, he's a substitute softball coach.
If anybody starts talking to us, I'll talk to him.
I said baseball coach. He said, I just want to point out, he said substitute softball coach.
It's all right. If anybody starts talking to us, I'll handle it.
Okay. Yeah.
I can speak their
You
language.
do the talking.
Shut the fuck up.
We're here out in Glenver High School, the backside of Salem. The pad has been poured. It's right behind us up here by the track. The J-bolts are in place. Excited to see if they did it the way we wanted them to do. We marked all over it, front, face, this way. And then the base plate of this thing has the same hole pattern.
Actually, might miss it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna miss it.
People walk in and they're like, whoa.
I know. Yeah, we got to make a print this out on photo paper and kind of hang it on the wall. And then little Creality plug. We of course have the commemorative plaque,
Of which the names will be blurred.
Oh, right. But just trust me, the laser engraving looks great. Yeah.
And they're all spelled right.
I tell you what'd be real neato would be if we could get that opened and you could just pull the truck.
No, this will be fine, I think. Yeah, it sure would.
That would sure be neato.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I guess we could leave this here.
Disgusting.
I didn't bring tissues.
Thanks, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. I paid full price for this. Sponsor us, Milwaukee. Okay. So we have these, and once they go down, they'll snap over top.
Very nice.
All right, you ready? Yeah.
The little install gremlin strikes again.
Listen, Tay's been having a hard day, so I was gonna see if I could take advantage of it.
Gonna go down at the same time.
Clever girl.
It's as good as it's gonna get.
That looks nice. I wish the people could see it.
I know.
Well, they can see the bottom.
It's more visible than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
The sun, yeah. Even overcast.
Huh.
A little wet.
Some cavities, but should be okay.
Yeah, that's why you don't leave the cardboard on.
Yeah. I got it. Sure. Yep. Nice. Nice. Oh,
that's a thing.
Hell yeah.
that's awesome.
Plaque placement looks great too.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Nice job, Spike.
Nice job, you.
Well, I forgot a socket set, but I brought a tap, so what does that tell you?
That it's gonna be okay.
Is the soccer team behind us today? Yeah. Pretty obvious what this thing is from a distance.
Yeah.
That's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
It looks great. We have the distinct honor of building something that was worth stealing. That's great. You know the guys? Yeah. How's it going, folks?
Doing all right.
Cool. Yeah. And it's more readable in the sunlight than it is in our office. It's like all shiny. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. I like your trip. Thank you. It was time to graduate. All right. So there it is. Been a long time coming. We're out here at Glenver High School by the track and field and all that. This thing came out so good. We've all been super happy with how it came out. It's been fun to have it in the office for a month and a half. And it's really generated some buzz with the customers coming in and friends of ours. It truly is one of the coolest objects I think we've made in a long time. Yeah. We learned a lot about geometry, learned a lot about stainless and polishing and finishing, resonant frequency, making things strong. Brass, we don't use brass that often, so the brass behind the letters really makes it pop. And even use security Torx here, so people can't just at least abscond with this part.
Yeah.
Those are definitely security ones down there.
You can tell because there's caps on half of them.
Yeah, you can tell because of the way it is.
Yeah.
But no, it was cool to work with an old teacher of mine, Mr. Clapper. He's doing well and his family's well, and they're here. They coach soccer here at Glenver. But Spike used to play soccer and he's wearing Glenver colors.
I am. Although this is definitely not.
Is this an Afro man?
Here, Spike.
It was my softball team.
Oh.
We weren't very
Colt
good.
45s, there it is. Oh, adult softball.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I played softball in high school.
Yeah. And 2 zigzags. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have the jersey from high school.
Yeah, and it still fits.
Yeah, actually,
I bet you it would fit.
I still have my
Yeah.
like dry fits from school. Anyways,
How do you feel about it?
this thing's awesome, man. This thing is definitely the coolest thing we've made.
Yeah.
Like bar none.
I tend to agree.
I love this thing. I'm sad to see it go. I'm actually like super stoked to see it here though. It looks really good. Field's right there. It's definitely gonna pop at least a ball.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Maybe several.
But yeah, I think we should make another one, a smaller one.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck. We'll just weld that small one to a spike and put it in his yard.
For Spike.
For Spike.
I would like that very much.
And as long as no kid just comes up and
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. It's
Kids are gonna kid.
kids are gonna kid, and it keeps us employed.
Yep.
We'll
Hey,
just
yeah,
keep coming
true.
back to fix it.
Rogue bearded man wearing a Colt 45 jersey comes and steals soccer ball.
yeah.
And Ben's black.
Spike's been petitioning pretty hard to put this in his backyard. So if it goes
Or
missing,
front yard.
If it goes missing, suspect number 1 right here.
And it's all on video.
You guys don't know where I live, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Another satisfied customer, right? There he is. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, as always. Hire us for sculpture work. We sure like it.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for trusting with us. Trusting us with it.
Couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, it looks great.
Nice, man. That's the magic.